Alrighty guys, I'm happy to say I'm finally gonna start working on this thing. It's been sitting here for quite a while, untouched. Since 2016, it's been off the road. I did a few years ago, put on a Team Z front end and tubular subframe, control arms. But my goal for now is to get the front brakes finished up. It has SN95 front spindles to convert it to 5-lug. So I got all new brakes for the front. I got front coilovers because right now it's sitting on 2x4s. I did get subframe connectors and lower torque box, but I think I'm gonna wait a little bit more for those. So for now, I'm gonna get it pumped up with air and get it pushed over to the other side of the shop, clean it off, empty it out because there's parts and stuff all inside, and we'll see what we can get done. So on this side, you can see I'm starting to get the coilover on. So these are strange coilovers. They were kind of, more budget option than Viking or Q1. But I'm running into an issue where this is sticking up way too much. And I just watched another video of an install, and apparently there's a spacer that's supposed to go up here between the caster camber plate and the top of these strut mounts. And I do not have them. I did, however, find this laying around, which I should hopefully be able to just cut in half, which is what this mark is. I'm gonna cut that in half, and it looks like if I put that on the bottom, it should be just enough to make that work. And if I cut it in half, I can use it on both sides. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. Alrighty guys, so here's the piece I cut in half. And I'm just checking the length, which should be about perfect. So now I'm gonna go up in the air, and this is gonna go up on top of the strut here. All right, so get down here. You can see that spacer right there. And then if I come up here, you can see this is looking just like it should be. I just have to do that side. Quick update. So the coilovers are all in. I still have to tighten up these bolts, but the next thing we were working on trying to figure out is that these ball joints are not right. So these I bought for a Foxbody. These are SN95 spindles. So I'm guessing that this hole inside of the spindle here is a little bit bigger than a Foxbody's because it's hard to see from down here. Let me lift this up. This, you can see how high the hole for the casting nut is. So this spindle, or this ball joint's too far up into the spindle. So what I did was I ordered SN95 ball joints, got those pushed in, and now you can see this one's a lot happier. All right, so I finally got myself a nice toolbox, so figured I'd stop, pull over, show you guys. I'll go through it as I set it up, but it's a Harbor Freight 72-inch gray toolbox. Excited to use it. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go through some of the things I got done in this video on the Mustang, and then I'm also gonna go through some of the things I've done before I started filming, just to kind of get people caught up on where we're at with this. So this was my first car. I bought it when I was 15 with money from mowing the lawn of the church next door to our house. So it's kind of getting turned into somewhat of a drag car slash drag and drive car is kind of what I envision. So in the video, as you saw, I got coilovers on and I got these front brakes. So Those are all on. Those are all good to go. I didn't show yet, but I did put on a manual steering rack, which I am going to have to try to figure out how to get it down lower than it is, which I'm also a little worried about bump steer and stuff, because I have thought about cutting these mounts off that are on top of this and then putting them down below. But that makes me a little worried that the angle of my tie rods might be too steep and the steering might be an issue. But if anyone knows or has any suggestions, let me know. The reason being is the motor I'm putting in this is going to be pretty tall, and I want to try to get it down as low as I can, because I honestly want to try to run a stock hood rather than a big tall cow hood. But it's kind of one of those where it is what it is kind of things. So previously, before started filming, I did put on this tubular Team Z front end, which I did then make these panels. Normally these are just left open with the tubes coming around, but I wanted to kind of have somewhat of a closed off engine bay. I don't plan on running like fender liners or nothing, but this will help keep some dust, and if it's ever in the rain, keep it dry in here. I did also do somewhat of a shaved engine bay. I didn't go too crazy, because again, it's not really going to be a show car per se. I do want it to look good, but it's going to be more of a race car than a show car. I didn't go like crazy doing the shaved engine bay. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I had done. In the next video, you guys are going to see kind of what's going on back here and over here. So it's just a little sneak peek of what's to come. But yeah, so excited to finally be working on this car. I haven't worked on it in years, but I'm committed to doing it now, so here we go. Thought I'd give you guys a little update on my toolbox too. So I got it in, got it all set up, not too bad. It did come with this little dent and ding in it right here, but to be honest, I don't really care. I don't even really notice it, and it's a toolbox, it's gonna get beat up. So that's the only blemish I got though. And I'll just run through kind of what my setup is currently. I do have a lot of Harbor Freight tools. You know, as they break, I'll probably upgrade them to new, better stuff. You can see I have some Cornwell stuff. So I do have some empty drawers, which is nice. It is a really nice toolbox. I know people sometimes talk crap on, you know, the quality, and yeah, it's not as good as maybe some toolboxes, but for the money, I think it's pretty good. Over here's the one thing I really like. It does have a power drawer, so you can charge stuff. I really like that.